Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thanks for watching. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet these baby booties or baby shoes for baby girls between 9 and 12 months old. I made them to match this little set that I showed you for little girls, which includes the little cardigan sweater, the matching little bonnet, and the matching baby pants. If you want to see any of these tutorials, just click the little lamb down here next to my channel name and it'll take you to my main channel page. You will find the tutorials there. Now this little set is for baby girls between 9 and 12 months old, but you can easily make it smaller or bigger. All you have to do is just click the information box of each one of the tutorials. There I have left some information on how you can make it smaller or bigger, so be sure to check that out. Also, if you prefer a written pattern, check out my Etsy shop. I'll leave the link to my Etsy shop in the information box as well. I'll be adding the written pattern to these baby booties as soon as they're ready. Also remember, all of my tutorials are always in English and in Spanish. Okay, so let's get started. But first, don't forget to subscribe, share these tutorials, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this number 3 yarn. You can also use any DK weight yarn or 8-ply if you're in Australia. Now, I'll be using this white yarn, and then I'll be using pink for the rest of the baby booty so that it looks like this. So here, to begin, I have 7 chains on the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make a double crochet. The 2 chains here at the beginning do not count, so I have 1 double crochet into the next chain, make a double crochet. That's 2 into the next, double crochet. That's 3, and into the next, a double crochet again. So here I have 4 double crochets. Now into the last chain here, I'm going to make 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now along this other side here, I'm going to make 4 double crochets. So into these remaining stitches, I'm going to make the first one, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now here at the beginning we had 2 chains. Into the first chain right here, insert your hook there and make 4 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, 4 double crochets. Okay, and here's the first row. So we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that's 16 double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the second row, chain 2, and into this same stitch here, make a double crochet. Here I'm going to make a total of 5 double crochets. So I have 1 on top of the next, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. Now into the next 3 double crochets, this is what I'm going to do. Into the first one, make 2 double crochets. Into the second, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And into this third double crochet, make 2. So here we did 7. We did 2, 3, and then 2. Now along this side, I'm going to make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have 3 remaining double crochets. Into the first, make 2 double crochets. That's 2. Into the next, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and into this last double crochet, make 2. To finish this second row, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how we finish the second row. Now for this row, I have 24 double crochets. We had 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 7. That's 24 double crochets. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to pass my yarn through this last loop because I'm going to make this baby booty in 2 colors. If you're not changing color, then just chain 2. So pass your yarn through this last loop. This here is the right side now. Since we're working in the round, your baby booty is going to automatically be on the right side. Now I'm going to grab a loop with this pink yarn, insert your hook back into the same stitch where you did the slip stitch, grab a loop here, and chain 2. 1, 2. Now here I'm going to make a total of 7 double crochet. So to make the first one into this same stitch where I did the slip stitch, make your first double crochet. Remember, the 2 chains never count as a stitch. So here we're going to make 7. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets. Now into these next 3 double crochets, I'm going to make 2 double crochets on each one. That's 1 and 2 into the next. 1 and 2 into the next. 1 and 2. Now along this side, I'm going to make 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. Here I have 5 double crochets left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the next 3, I'm going to make 2 double crochets on each. That's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Now I have 2 double crochets left. I'm going to make 1 double crochet on each one. Now to finish this third row, I'm just going to go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And here's the third row. In this third row, you should have a total of 30 double crochets. Here at the beginning, remember we did 7, and then we did 6, then we did 9, then we did 6, and finished with 2 here at the end. So that's a total of 30 double crochets. Now from here on, we're going to continue with these 30 double crochets. So from here on, for a total of 4 more rows, all we're going to do are double crochets all around. So chain 2 into the same stitch here, make a double crochet on top of the next, and so on. That's all we're going to do for the next 4 rows until we have a total of 7 rows. So continue, finish this part, and I'll meet you at the end of the 7th row. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 7th row. I have 5 rows in pink and 2 rows in white. Now before we do the 8th row, here I have 2 stitch markers on each side. I have 15 stitches for the front, and I have 15 stitches for the bottom of the baby booty. So make sure you put 2 stitch markers in the same way. What I'm going to do here is, because I don't want to cut my yarn and I want to start each row from here on right here, I'm just going to turn, and I'm going to go back 3 stitches and make 3 slip stitches. So into this next double crochet, make a slip stitch, into the next a slip stitch, and into the next a slip stitch. Now chain 2, turn. Now into this first double crochet after the stitch marker, which is the first stitch out of the 15 that we have, insert your hook back again there and make a double crochet into the next, double crochet into the next, and so on. Here I'm going to work these 15 double crochets. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 double crochets for this 8th row. That's what it looks like. So this here is the bottom of the baby booty. Now for row 9, chain 2 and turn, and we're going to return and do the same thing. We're going to make double crochet, so beginning on top of the first double crochet, make your first double crochet, and on each one of these double crochets make a double crochet so that we finish with 15 double crochets again for this 9th row. And 15. Okay, we have 15 double crochets for this 9th row. Now for the 10th row, chain 2 and turn. In this 10th row, we're going to reduce at the beginning and at the end. So beginning on top of this first double crochet, make a double crochet. Into the next 2, we're going to decrease. So yarn over, insert your hook on top of the next double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook on top of the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Now this stitch here counts as 1 double crochet. Again, I'm going to decrease into the next 2, so yarn over again, insert your hook, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops, close. Now here I'm going to make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into these next 4, I'm going to decrease again. So yarn over, insert your hook into the first, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops, close. Again, into the next 2, same thing. 1 more decrease. 3 loops, close. Now to finish, go on top of the last double crochet and make a double crochet. And this is the 10th row. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double crochets on this 10th row. Now for row 11, we're going to chain 2 and turn. Now in this row, we're going to decrease at the beginning and at the end. We're only going to decrease 1 stitch. So make your first double crochet on top of the first double crochet. Now into the next 2, work a decrease. So yarn over, insert your hook on top of the first, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook on top of the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops, close. Now here I'm going to make 5 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, and I have 3 double crochets left. 1, 2, 3. Into these next 2, I'm going to decrease again, so yarn over, insert your hook, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook into the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close, and on top of the last double crochet here, make a double crochet. And here's the 11th row, and you should have 9 double crochets. Let's see, we have 1, the 2 chains never count, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. This is the 11th row. Now for the 12th row, we're going to close all of these stitches here. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. Here, all I'm going to do is insert my hook on top of each one of these double crochets and grab a loop. Grab a loop, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 loops on the hook, grab a loop and close. And the heel is done. That's what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to split these stitches that we closed in half, so right about there, I'm going to insert my hook again through here like this, and I'm going to make a double crochet. Now what I'm going to do here along these two sides here and here is I'm going to pick up a total of 7 double crochets along this side and then 7 double crochets along this side, so that I finish with 15 double crochets. So 7 plus 7 plus 1, that would be 15, plus the 15 double crochets that I have here. I want to finish this next row with a total of 30 double crochets again. So here we're going to start counting rows so that we can work the rest of the baby booty. So I think that that would be the best way to do this part. So this will be the first row. I already have 1 double crochet. So beginning here to the side where we closed all of these stitches, just find a spot there and insert your hook there and make a double crochet. Into this next one right here, make 1 double crochet. Into this next row right here, make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So far I have 5 double crochets, 1 2 3 4 5. Into this next row, make 1, that's 6, and into this last row, make 2, that's 7 and 8. Perfect. So here I have 8 double crochets. I have the 7 that I needed on this side plus the 1 that I have in the center. That's 8 double crochets. Now we're going to work these 15 here so that there is no gap in between this double crochet and the first one here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to insert my hook into this space where I have this last double crochet. So insert your hook, grab a loop, take 2 loops off. And now I'm going to go on top of the first double crochet out of these 15, insert my hook again there, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. See, this way there is no gap between this double crochet and this first one. I did it here and see, that's what it looks like, so I'm correcting that right now by doing this stitch like this. This stitch here counts as 1 double crochet because we're just covering up this space there. Now we're going to continue around the front of the booty and we're going to work these 15 double crochets. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 double crochets. Now what I'm going to do here on this other side is the same thing I did here. I did a total of 7. I'm going to make 7 and same thing so that there is no gap here in between this double crochet and the 2 that I'm going to make here. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to insert my hook into this stitch here in the very corner. We have this double crochet there already, but just insert your hook there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, and then right here into this first row of the heel right there, make a double crochet. And here's the first double crochet out of the 7 that I need to do here. Now here on this side, I'm going to go into this next row and make 2 double crochets here. 1 and 2. So that's 3 into the next row. That's 4 into the next row. 5 and 6. And into this last row here, 7. Right there. Perfect. That's what it looks like. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there is no right or wrong way of doing this. Just make sure that you have 7 here and 7 here and 1 in the center. To finish here, we're going to go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And here's the first row. You should have a total of 30 double crochets again. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 2 and into this same stitch here, we're going to make a double crochet and we're just going to go all around making double crochets so that for this second row I finish with 30 double crochets again. So this is all we're doing, just make double crochets all around. Continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this second row. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have 30 double crochets. To finish, just go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finished the second row. Now for rows 3 and 4, what we're going to do here is chain 1, and I'm going to work 2 rows of front post and back post double crochets so that this part here is a bit more snug around the leg. So to do this, we're going to begin here into the same double crochet where we started, which is the first one right here, not the chains, but the first double crochet, and work a front post double crochet into the next back post double crochet, into the next front post double crochet, and so on. This is all I'm going to do all around, just work front post and back post double crochets. And we're going to do this for rows 3 and 4. When you finish the third row, you're just going to go here to the side and join with a slip stitch, chain 1, and then repeat the same thing. Front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front, back, and so on, and all around. We're going to do this for 2 rows, so continue, and I'll meet you at the end of the 4th row. Okay, I finished making row 3 and 4. This is where we did front post and back post double crochets. Now, if you're making these baby booties for boys, which you can, all you have to do next is just make 1 more row all around of just double crochets. Now here, since we're making these baby booties for girls, we're going to make it a bit more girly. So what I'm going to do next for a total of 4 rows is I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to turn. These next 4 rows, I'm going to work them from the inside out, because when we fold the baby booty here, I want to make sure that the rows that I'm doing right now are on the right side. So all I'm going to do here is just make 1 double crochet on each one of these double crochets all around, and I'm going to finish with 30 double crochets on each row. So this is all we're going to do, double crochets all around. When you finish this 5th row, you're going to join here to the side with a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, then chain 2, and then start again, make a double crochet on top of that stitch, and then continue all around. You're not going to turn or anything for the last 3 rows. You're just going to continue and work double crochets for a total of 4 rows. And remember, at the end of every row, you're going to have 30 double crochets. So let's continue. Let's finish these 4 rows, and then I'll come back and show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these last 4 rows. So these are rows 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if we fold them like this, these rows that we just did are on the right side. Now, for row 9, what we're going to do is the following. We have 30 double crochets all around, so we're going to chain 4 here, and into this same stitch here, I'm going to make a double crochet. This here is a V-stitch. Now I'm going to make the next one, so I'm going to skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd, I'm going to make another V-stitch. Each one of these V-stitches is going to consist of a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Again, skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd, make another V-stitch. This is all I'm going to do for this 9th row, so continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I finished making this row of V-stitches. I have a total of 10 V-stitches. Here at the end, I just joined to the side where we have the 4 chains with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, and pass my yarn through this last loop. Now this next row, I'm going to make it here with this white yarn. So we're going to go right here. This is where we finished. Here's the first V-stitch. So between the first and the last V-stitch, insert your hook right there, grab a loop here, bring it through the front, and chain 1. If you're not changing color here, you're just going to chain 1. Now we have the chains here. Make a front post double crochet. Inside this V-stitch here, make a fan. Each one of the fans is going to consist of 2 double crochets, 1 chain, 2 double crochets, and then you're going to finish with a front post double crochet. Again, we have the next V-stitch. Work a front post double crochet into the first double crochet. Inside the chain 2 space, make a fan. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and finish with a front post double crochet. This is all we're going to do for this 10th row, so continue and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I finished this 10th row. This is where we did these fans. Now here at the end, I just joined to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, and pass my yarn through this last loop. Now, if you want to leave your baby booties like this, they're all done. I'm going to make one more row. So I'm going to do it with this pink yarn. I'm going to go right here. This is where we finished, so we're going to turn this. We're going to make this row from the inside out. So here we're going to go in between these two fans, the first one and the last one. So insert your hook right there, grab a loop, and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure that these chains are nice and tight. So now insert your hook inside this first fan into the chain 1 space and make a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and in between the fans right here make a slip stitch. Again, chain 3, inside the chain 1 space of the next fan make a single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, 3 chains, and then in between the two fans again make a slip stitch. One more time, chain 3, single crochet inside the fan, 3 chains, single crochet again, 3 chains, slip stitch between the two fans. And this is all I'm going to do all around, and this is what it looks like from the right side. Look how pretty that is. So continue all around and I'll meet you here at the end to show you the finished baby booties. Okay, I went ahead and finished this last row of chains here at the end. I just joined to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, and passed my yarn through this last loop, and then I just hid my ends here on the inside. And my baby booty is all done. Look how beautiful these are. And here's the front. I decided to add these little bows here on both sides. Now to make the little bow, I'm not going to take any credit. All I did was just go on YouTube and search how to make a bow using satin ribbon, and you have lots of options to choose from. I just chose the easiest one, which is this little bow here, and I went ahead and just added the little flowers in the center. These are pre-made. I purchased these from Joann's, so you can do the same thing. And then I also went ahead and weaved in a ribbon here around the cuff, and that's all I did. So the baby booties are all done. This completes the little set that I showed you for little girls between 9 and 12 months old, which includes the little cardigan sweater, the matching baby pants, and the matching bonnet. If you want to see any of these tutorials, simply click the little lamb next to my channel name and it'll take you to my main channel page. From there, click on the video tab and you'll find all of the tutorials there. Okay, so this was today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.